Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. How are you all doing? If you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back to view my contents. My viewers and my commenters, you all impact this channel. I do appreciate you all. So this evening, I want to discuss a little topic. I saw another YouTuber, big YouTuber. She highlighted this, and this was something that I wanted to discuss for some time now. You can check out her channel. She is Odetta Rockhead Carr. You can check her out. She is very inspiring. Now, she brought up something that has been bugging me, and it's about where would you live? Where would you live if you had substantial amount of money that you don't need to work, but you can finance yourself, you are okay, you can also share? Where would you live? As you all know, I am a Jamaican. I'm from Jamaica, and it is because of health issues why I am here. I had some health issues, hence the reason I'm here, and I'm still here for reasons. Now, I would love to be back home. I know people will say, so why don't you go back home then? Reasons. Again, reasons. So if I had substantial amount of money that I don't need to look any place else to live, I would return to Jamaica for the in a split second. I would go back home. Yes, I don't mind staying where I was born. I was born in Jamaica, and you know, the health system there is not as fancy as the health system here. They are not as equipped to handle certain illnesses, certain crisis, because even if you get burnt to an extent, you won't be able to make it if you don't come here for assistance. So the health system there is really messed up. It's not up to date. It's not, they are lacking a lot of equipments, a lot of resources, and it's not only there. But put that aside, I can be able to go outside and plant stuff. It's not like here where, because of the climate, it hampers a lot of stuff. All right, it's warm all year through. Maybe in December it might get chilly, but not chilly enough to kill the plants. That is one aspect. If I should right now, if there should be no electricity for, I know that's not gonna happen, but let's say there is no electricity for a week here, and you have to cook. How do you manage? In Jamaica, you can just go outside, pull some sticks or wood, whatever you call it, and get some stones or some blocks. Get 3 stones or even 2, and put your pot on it, and you're good to go. You have a lot of fruit trees. If you are hungry, you can just go next door. You sometimes in most places you have countries where everyone shares. They plant a lot of stuff. So maybe Mas John plant corn, and Miss Mavis plant dasheen, and somebody else plant yam, somebody else plant sweet potato, somebody else plants scallion. It happens in some countries, some communities, or countryside areas. So if you are one of those persons you know, you don't necessarily, you're all right, because they share. They are still those countries, those communities that shares. Here, you have to buy everything. Rent here, let's not touch that. A lot of people in Jamaica and other countries, other third world countries, they will run from their countries to come here. But if you are a single person running and coming here, it is hard. When I tell you it is hard, it is hard. Rent is not cheap. Food is not cheap. Yes, the money here is stronger. I have to agree. But guess what? The money you work, if you are to send that money home, you are well off. You build your house and you can live. You can live depending how big your family is. And yet it kind of doesn't matter how big the family is, because when you structure yourself a certain way, you can make it work. But living here and you're working, I'm gonna say you're working 600 for those persons who are low income earners, I would say. I don't know, I'm just guessing. Probably they work more than that, probably less, I am not sure. But let us say that that is the amount of money you are working. Let's say $700. $700 per week? I don't know. But let us say you're working $700 a week here, and your rent is $14 or $15 or even $1,800 per month. 4 7s 28. Let's say $2,800 per month. Now, from that, if you have a car, you have your car payment, you have your child or your children, if you have children here, who you have to shop for, and all the amenities that comes with it. You have light, you have your rent and other utilities, your phone bill. It goes back in the rent. Now, picture you have just yourself alone and you have to work and do all that. It is hard to save from that. Now you're sending money back home, because remember, now you have families back home who are depending on you. How does it work? How does it work? And you have a lot of people who they want to run here, and when they come here, many of them are homeless. Yes, because they have found out the hard way. You have family members too who tells them that it's okay. You can come a foreign, and when you come a foreign, you face the harsh reality that, listen, you're not alone, because they need somebody to help them to pay their rent. They need somebody to help them pay their utilities or their mortgage or whatever it is that is going on. And within 2 weeks, if you're not working, some of them will put you out. I know that many persons can attest to that. Many persons know this is no joke. So these are just some of the issues. Looking back, and you have even say 2 persons here or 3 persons, and you're all living together as a unit. It is much easier because you each one help one. This one maybe you all pool together, pay the rent, and the utilities, probably one person pay for the light. It all depends if the water comes with the mortgage. It all depends, or with the rent, I should say. And then you have light. Some persons pay gas differently. I am not sure how it works, because I am not the person. But anyway, imagine all those factors. And when you are in Jamaica, you have persons who, yeah, light is not a problem, water is not a problem, rent is not a problem. I was living on captured land until we were relocated. So that land is now mine. So I'm no longer a squatter, thanks be to God. But what about those persons who have to pay rent? You have your children. In Jamaica, the family structure is much stronger. So you will have mother, grandmother, grandchildren, children living under the same roof. And it is not so stressful to find rent and water and all of that, because in many cases probably it's grandma's house, or you know, and if it's mommy's house and grandma is there living with mommy, mommy has to go to school, mommy has to go to work, so grandma is there looking about the children. Here everybody have to work, everyone here has to work. You cannot come and lie down and depend and sit down, lie down, stand up, whatever, and depend on someone else. You have to play your part, because it's not easy living here. But it's hard when you tell people to come, run, come, you can't stay with me. And when you come here, the harsh reality is you have to go out there and work. Now, if you don't have papers, if you are not legal in the country, that is another problem. But let us say you are legal and you are working legally in your legal job. Some persons have to work more than one job, more than 2 jobs, some persons up to 3 jobs. All right, that can happen in Jamaica. I don't know of it. When I was working at this particular hotel, I was not allowed to do another job. I had to just work there. Perhaps if they know that you are working elsewhere, it's problem, because they want to know. It's not like here. But those are just some of the things. And another thing, being here, it's not like Jamaica where you can go outside, go out to the main road and fan down a car or fan down a bus, as they say, or stop a car, stop a bus. You have to call Uber. Cost money if you don't have a car. If you have a car, insurance and licensing and all of that, all right, the upkeep of the vehicle, everything here costs money. And as I was saying earlier about not being food, you have to buy everything you have to buy, unless you are living somewhere where you can plant your own little scallion, onion. Scallion is what they call here green onions, or green onions, or what is the other name? Don't remember right now, but green onions. If you can plant your green onions, or as we say scallion, your thyme, your tomatoes, those kind of thing, your fruits. Well, I don't see much fruit trees. I don't see no fruit trees, as a matter of fact. All you see outside is just bare trees. I don't know if the leaves can eat. I've never tried it. But back home in Jamaica, yes, there are trees. You will see different types of trees, but fruit trees you will see a lot. Coconut, mangoes, ackee, breadfruit, just to name a few. Orange, tangerine, mandarin. I don't know if tangerine and mandarin is the same thing, but I used to hear those too when I was much younger. Don't see them much. And plantain, banana. Here, the bananas that we get here, if you buy a hand of banana, or a pound or 2 pounds of banana, depending, if you don't use them within that same week, it cannot be eaten. You have to blend it or whip it or whatever. It's hard, tough. And even when you cook it, you have to eat it hot. It's not like those that we can get. Guys, we take Jamaica for granted. Jamaica is a beautiful island. And I know that there is crime. Yes, there is crime there. But for the most part, if you're not mixed up in certain things and you're not mixing with the wrong company, then chances are you will live a little longer. I'm not saying it won't come to you, no, because hungry and envy has taken over. And no matter how close you believe that you and that person are, envy steps in when they say that you are making 2 shilling in many cases. So now crime is there. I'm not saying that it has not been there or it wasn't there. It wasn't there from morning, yes, but it's even worse now. And then there's these platforms to highlight them. But I don't know, you know, you're not hearing about certain things happening. Now it has gotten worse because now they are taking out people in droves. Like you hear about 7, 8 one time, stuff like that. But it is still worse in other countries. It is still worse in other countries. So a lot of us take Jamaica for granted, take our hometown or home or where we were born. This woman says she's going back. She could live in several other countries and she was well off. She is well off. She could live anywhere in the world, but she chose Jamaica. Where do you choose? I choose Jamaica. Yeah, for me island a boom. Jamaica island a boom. Whoa, for me island a boom. Yes, Jamaica a boom. Love Jamaica bad. Yes man, Jamaica is my island. I will never give up my island, Jamaica, for nowhere else. Maybe if I go to another country similar to Jamaica, who knows? Maybe. But for right now, I'm sticking with Jamaica. What do you say? I hope you found this vlog entertaining somewhat or motivating somewhat. I do hope so. Until next time, guys, I will surely be back here to speak some more on this thing. All right? So until next time, be safe, walk good, share the love, share the food in Jamaica. All right? Yes, man. Jamaica